the test some people having issues with this. So if I want to get this in y equals mx plus b, if I want the y by itself, what do we do first? Subtract our x. So then I have negative y equals negative x plus 1. So now what would we do? Divide by negative 1. Don't just ignore the negative, move it over. So y equals x minus 1. So to graph that, y-intercept negative 1. Sorry, can you guys graph one problem without a ruler? Slope is 1, so up 1 over 1. You can do multiple points if you want, down 1, back 1. Okay, when do we have shading in a problem? Yeah, when there's the inequality, a less than or a greater than. If it's just an equal to, we're just doing the line. No shading with this. So the second one, if I want to get the y by itself, what do we do? So 2y equals negative x plus 4. Divide everything by 2. So we get negative 1/2 x plus 2. So y-intercept is 2. We go down 1, right 2. Or you could go up 1 and left 2. So the solution is the point where these two things meet. And what is that ordered pair? 2, 1, 2, 1. All right, we did pretty well with the graphing ones on the test. Are there any questions there? Second one, I asked for substitution. So the key to substitution, we have to take one of the equations, solve for one of the variables. This one, the second equation is really already set up for us. It's already y equals. So what we're going to do is plug that into the first one. So the first equation is 4x plus, instead of my y, what am I going to write? Equals 3. So add like terms. 3x plus 4x is 7x. Add the 4. 7x equals 7. And once we have x, we can plug that back into y. Get y. Y is 3 times x minus 4. So we get negative 1. Final answer should be an ordered pair, x comma y. So substitution. Solve for one of the variables, plug it into the other equation. Last one, elimination. So that one, we want to be able to add these and make something cancel out. So that happens if one of the variables are opposite. So if I want to cancel x, I would have to take the second one times negative 5. So my first equation stays the same. I take everything in the second times negative 5. So that would be a negative 5x plus 10y equals negative 7. Then when I add those, a positive 5x and negative 5x cancels. 10y plus 3y is 13y. 18 plus negative 70, negative 52. Divide and we get negative 4. What do you do now? Plug it in. Does not matter which equation, so the first thing I heard was the first one. So we did 6. Final answer is ordered pair 6 negative. Alright, so we're covering 3 topics today. First thing was systems of equations. That's pretty fresh, so hopefully we're good with that. Second thing, I want to go back to one of the earlier pieces that we did, just solving equations. So, number 4, if I asked you to solve that equation for n, what would we have to do? Multiply. If you want to get rid of your fraction, we can multiply by 6 on each side. So on the left, those 6's drop. We have negative 3 plus 2n, both negative 42. Mm-hmm. And then divide by 2. So n equals, it doesn't work out evenly, you can leave it as negative 39 over 2, or you could do negative 19.5. Either one is fine. Is that okay? Second equation, what would we do? Let's subtract our 9. Okay. 2 options for getting rid of that 3/4. What's one option? Divide by it. If you do that, just make sure when you put the 3/4 in your calculator, you put parentheses around it. What's the second option? Multiply by the reciprocal, 4 over 3. Doesn't matter, you're going to get the same answer either way. So if I multiply by 4 over 3, we get negative 20 equals y. Problem number 6. Where do I begin on this one? Start with our distribute. So 3a minus 12 plus 2a. On the right, careful. What am I actually distributing? Good. So that's 5 plus 5a minus 2. All right, combining like terms. If they are on the same side, we just put them together. So 3a plus 2a is 5a. Over here we have 5a, 5 minus 2 is 3. Subtract 5a. What does that mean? No solution. My variables canceled out. I was left with the false statement. There is no solution. Okay, one final equation. What could I do on problem 7? Okay. So, a couple options. You can multiply the x. I heard somebody say multiply by 4. Could we also just cross multiply on this one? if we did that, x times 7 is 7x equals, this one you have 4 times the x minus 6, so you have to distribute that 4. Good. Subtract our 4x. Divide by 3. And we get Is everybody okay with solving equations? The final piece that I want to review today is solving inequalities. So remember, an inequality is just like an equation. However, if you multiply or divide by a negative, what do you have to do? Flip the sign. Okay. So the bottom of this page, I've got a couple of them here, and then we'll turn to the second page. So, number 8, and I apologize, I know that number line is kind of annoying right there, but what would I do? So we have negative 264 is greater than negative 56m minus 40. We will, but not quite yet. Let's add the 40 first. So we get negative 224 is greater than negative 56. Divide by negative 56, which will do what to my inequality? Flip the inequality. What is 224 divided by 56? Or negative 224 divided by 4? So we have 4 is less than m. If you don't like it written that way, that means m is greater than 4. So remember, if it doesn't have an equal to, if it's just a less than or greater than, what kind of circle do we do? Open circle at 4. And we want everything greater, so everything larger. So that would be to the right. What about number 9? Has the 10. So r divided by 6 is greater than or equal to 3. Multiply by 6, do we have to flip the inequality? No, because it's a positive. So r is greater than or equal to 18. So because it has this equal to, it will be a closed circle at 18. I wanted greater than, so that's again larger, so to the right. I'm going to do 11 and 12, and then I'm probably stopping for today. Or sorry, 10 and 11, and then I'm going to stop for today. Did I not even put those on there? I know, I think I deleted a question and my numbering didn't adjust. So problem 10, n plus 2 less than or equal to negative 2, or 5n is greater than 10. What do we do on these? We solve them individually and then we'll put them on a number line together. So the first one, subtract our 2. So we get n is less than or equal to negative 4. So on your number line, would it be an open or a closed circle? Closed. Because of the equal to, we do a closed circle at negative 4, and then which way is it going to go? Left, less than. Okay, second one, divide by 5. So we get n is greater than 2. So that would be open circle at 2, going to the right. Are those okay? So the ors, we get 2 separate pieces when we graph them. Final problem of the day. We have a compound inequality. We solve this all together, but it really has 3 pieces. So whatever you do to one, you do to all 3. So if I want k by itself, we would -72 less than or equal to -9k less than or equal to -10. And, oh, did I copy my problem down wrong? I did. Sorry. Okay. So then if you add 3, that'd be -36. Divide by -9, so what happens? We divide by a negative, flips all of the inequalities. If you don't like how this is written, you could flip it. It means k is bigger than 4 but less than 8. So this was a compound, it's just in between the 2 numbers. You have a closed circle at both of them because of the equal to, and we're shading in the middle.